Coming up, we've got our top 5 movie announcements from the D23 Expo.
All I know is when I saw this list, we're going to be spending a lot of money for the next couple of years.
As usual.
Thanks for joining us once again. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is Eye to Eye Disney Through Our Eyes, where we talk about Disney parks, movies, and so much more. This video is going to be about movies because D23 Expo just happened. We've already talked about in a previous video our favorite announcements from the Parks and Resorts panel. Now it's time to talk about all the movies. That means live action stuff, Pixar stuff, Toon Studios, Lucasfilm, Marvel. Do I need to keep going?
So before we get started with our top 5, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below.
Thank you for the reminder. I got lost in my little world of all the different studios and things, and there goes I'm just watching our wallet fly away with all our money for the videos.
So am I going first or are you going first?
You could go first because I'm just losing hope right now watching my money fly away. Okay, I'm back.
It's a new hope, not a lost hope.
Oh, she brought me back. Okay. Let's start with our top 5 for announcements from...
So that was actually a segue into my number 5.
Oh, I see what you did there. Do it.
Star Wars The Last Jedi. And the only reason it's my number 5, not my number 1, is because I knew a lot about it. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, here's the shocker. Are you going to be disappointed in me?
You didn't put it on your list.
It's not on my list. Here's why. If you've watched our...
I married a fool.
If you watched our Parks and Resorts video, I didn't so much go for the announcements that I already really knew a lot about.
That's why it was number 5. So, okay, I'm not judging you so much.
But the thing is, they did show us kind of a sizzle reel, and we got to see, not a trailer, but like behind the scenes, kind of a little bit more of that tease and a little bit more clues of what it's going to be about. So I don't fault you for putting that in there.
Okay.
My number 5 from the movie panels is going to be Mary Poppins Returns. And this is a surprising thing for me because I've never been a huge Mary Poppins fan, but I'm intrigued as to how Emily Blunt is going to pull off one of the most iconic characters to ever come across the silver screen.
I think she's going to be brilliant.
I
think it's going to be perfect.
Cautiously optimistic.
It makes me kind of want to go watch Devil Wears Prada and all of her other movies.
Oh, is that what she's into?
Of course, she's the bad girl in Devil Wears Prada.
I don't watch these chick flicks.
But I think Emily Blunt will be perfect.
So I'm excited.
I love Mary Poppins, and that's actually my number 4.
Although, look, we're just so in sync tonight.
But on my iPhone, it says Mary Poppins Returns.
Okay, so why are you so excited for this one?
Because Mary Poppins is so nostalgic and it's just classic. And the songs, I made Kyle watch it for the first time this year. And you actually enjoyed it. And it's so funny. And there's not enough good things I can say about Mary Poppins.
It's a movie that I've surprised held up as well as it did.
Yeah.
It's still dated. And there's still a lot about it that's just kind of like, that's, it's not, wouldn't be as funny in today's age, but I still like it and excited for where it's going to go. I like that we had that 5 and 4 going on there.
So what's your 4?
Number 4 for me is going to be Aladdin. And the big news from the Aladdin reveal at the D23 Expo was the casting. We finally found out who's going to be Aladdin, who's going to be Jasmine, and who's going to be the genie.
Who's the genie? I forgot.
Oh, you probably didn't remember this. So I can't even pronounce the gentleman's name who's going to play Aladdin. He's apparently an up-and-comer, and there were some rumors that they had some struggles finding their Aladdin. I mean, you really want to get Aladdin right.
So what about Jasmine?
Jasmine is going to be Naomi Scott or Naomi Watts. Naomi Scott, I think, is her name.
There are 2 different people.
She was the Pink Ranger in the new Power Rangers movie.
Okay.
And I can see her being Jasmine. So I approve. So as far as the look... But now the most important role. Who's the genie? The genie. You ready for this?
Please tell me it's Zach Galifianakis.
No, but that would have been funny. Just not a good fit. I mean, this is going to be a hard role to fill after Robin Williams passing away and how great he was as the genie. Will Smith. Uh-oh. She doesn't like it.
No, I just got to think about it. Will Smith is really funny.
Yes.
Okay. He's also really serious in some of his movies.
He is. He has been serious the last
couple years.
Can he pull
off the voices? That's what I'm concerned about.
It's probably going to be a new take on the genie. So go ahead and prepare yourself that it's going to be a new take. But I bet
I think the depth of his voice will sound really great as the genie.
I think when we hear
and I
him,
really love Will Smith. That's not a question.
think about him singing
shocked.
"Friend Like Me."
Yeah, yeah.
When I pictured him singing that, that's when it won me over.
Okay.
What's your number 3?
Let's see. My number 3 is actually Coco.
Okay. Why is it Coco?
Surprisingly, because every time I see the preview in the theater, I'm like, no, not again. But the more I think about it, the more I love stories that involve music. And I've always been really into music and, playing an instrument. And it's always been a big part of my life. And I think it's really neat for Disney to tie into...
Pixar. It is Disney, but it's just specifically Pixar.
Pixar. You're right. For it to tie into, something different. Mm-hmm. And it's always, to me, about kids. Kids are molded by these films. And, I grew up with the princess era, so I always wanted to be a princess.
Right.
But had there been movies about music, maybe I would have wanted to play guitar at, 7 or something. So I think that's really cool. And I'm looking forward to the story because I'm assuming that it's got a lot to do with the Day of the Dead. Mm-hmm.
Dias los Muertos.
No.
Dias los Muertos. Spanish lessons by Kyle.
Dia de los Muertos.
Okay, anyway.
So, moving on.
Well, here, quick note about that. This is Pixar's first musical movie with music in it.
Yes.
So that is going to be groundbreaking in a sense for them.
So I think it's going to be really iconic and very, I don't know, maybe informative in the Hispanic culture, but also for musicians. And I think it'll be good.
And don't forget, Olaf's Adventure film is going to be playing before it, so that's going to bring people in.
That didn't make my list.
It's like an honorable mention, I guess.
Oh wait, like it's not a real movie?
It's like a short. Like all the Pixars have shorts at the beginning. Like Lou on the Cars 3 one,
Okay.
All right, let's stay with Pixar for my number 3. Coming up, Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4. I'm so excited. I know you love the way it ended. I did too.
I thought it was perfect, and I think they're screwing it up.
And I think John Lasseter, he is the one who began with a couple other people, not just him.
Okay.
If he approves this story and for it to continue on, I'm okay with it. And that's the only reason.
We're going to have a Land Before Time situation.
Where they just keep going.
Where it's going to be like Toy Story 9, and nobody's going to care.
Well, they said this is going to be a different take. It's not going to be like that buddy cop kind of thing with him and Buzz. It's going to be them going on a romantic comedy adventure to find Bo Peep. Remember, she was sold in Toy Story 3.
I mean, I'll definitely see it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it, but I think it was just the perfect trilogy.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. That was the end for the trilogy. Maybe this is a new one. All right, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is live action Dumbo. So this is going to be a long time before it comes out, and I don't know how much longer I can wait, but I love Dumbo. Dumbo is really nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that they're going to have live elephants as part of Dumbo,
it is live action.
I think it'll be really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for it because Tim Burton's doing it. And it's going to be that cool circusy world.
Which could be really creepy, too.
But think about how weird and kind of, not disturbing, but kind of off-putting sometimes the circus is, just with all the craziness and all that. So I think this is perfect for Tim Burton. Just interested to see what Dumbo is going to look like in this. I don't know. I was hard pressed to put it on my list. I just couldn't because there was too much to talk about in this. Yeah. My number 2 really could have been the number 1 again. Infinity War. Now we all knew this was coming. This is Avengers.
Oh.
Avengers 3, Infinity War. Thanos, the big bad purple dude with the gold armor.
Gotcha.
He's finally coming to fruition. We learned a lot about his Black Order. His villains that are gonna kind of fight the Avengers first and all this. I'm so excited. They brought the whole cast out. It's like almost everybody. Tom Holland, Spider-Man showed up. The Man showed up.
Which Spider-Man?
Tom Holland.
That's his name? The little kid?
That's the little kid, yeah.
Okay.
So I could go on and on about Infinity War, and I know it's not your biggest forte, Marvel stuff, but you're gonna love it. I promise you. I'm gonna keep gushing if you don't go on to your number 1.
My number 1 is gonna be no surprise to Kyle, but it's A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah.
Which comes out next spring, so I'm really looking forward to that.
I was really wondering if that was gonna make your list, because I know, and I should have known it.
Just being a book nerd, that's like.
What'd you think about the trailer?
Perfect. It was interesting.
Yes. That's what I thought too.
It was, and me, since I know the story, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I'm not disappointed by the movie because I love the book so much, but I think I like the cast. How about that? I really like the cast that they chose. So
I'm okay with the cast. Chris Pine, I'm a big fan of his work, so him being in it, I like that. You know, Whoopi's kind of hit or miss for me with her being in it. Not Whoopi Goldberg. Oprah, sorry.
I was about to say, wait a minute. It's
Got it mixed
Oprah.
up. Oprah is in it, and you know, just.
But I think her matriarchal voice.
Yes.
Will be. That was a really good word.
That's a really good word, and that's a great point. So I'm more excited for Wrinkle in Time than I was previously. So they did a good job with the hype at D23 for that. All right. Any guesses what my number one is? Because I've already done. Star Wars is not in this.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Lion King.
Nah.
I kind of cheated and looked on your list.
You did. But it shouldn't be a surprise to you.
No, it's not.
Lion King's always probably going to be my. Well, it's not my favorite movie all the time, but favorite Disney movie, definitely. They showed the live action opening scene with them holding Simba up. And they, from what I understand, obviously they haven't leaked the footage, but Rafiki looked amazing. So did all the other animals. So that's our top 5 list for the D23 Expo movie announcements. We want to know what you guys think about our list. Would you agree, disagree? But we want to know you guys' list as well. Let us know in the comments section below, and we'd be happy to see what you guys think about all that kind of stuff. If they want to connect with us, where can they find us?
Twitter and Facebook.
And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the news, movies, parks, and resort stuff that we put out for you guys. Trying to do it at least once a week, if not more. But until then, we'll see you guys real soon.
Bye.
Bye. Is that like something Napoleon Dynamite says? Your mom goes to college. I know.
Are you gonna look at the camera or?
I just realized that I turned and stared at you.
Count.
How's my hair?
It looks great, Diva. Let's go. Coming up, we've got our top 5 movie somethings. Okay, ready to go again.
Thanks for joining us once again. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is Disney I2. What are you laughing?
Okay, let's go.